everyone in their own spot with their family. It's good. There's so much beauty in every life, so much goodness, so many gifts. At different age groups, grandparents, spouses, kids with their dad, their mom, time alone. If we see so much goodness in every bird, in every plant, how much more in every human being? And we don't know what's all going on inside of every person. Some are rejoicing, some are struggling, some are hurting. To have understanding for that, to have compassion, to be able to celebrate with those who celebrate, to recognize the struggles others have. Their successes. It's interesting today in the first reading, the issue of circumcision. On the one hand, they're teaching the decision that was made in Jerusalem, that it's not necessary for salvation for those who follow the gift of Jesus. On the other hand, Paul today, in a rather interesting case, has Timothy circumcised because his father was Greek. And this would be a stumbling block for a lot of Jewish people in the area. And Paul knows full well that it's not necessary in itself. And that's what he's teaching. And nevertheless, he has Timothy circumcised. So you might ask why. And basically, it's simply to not create an unnecessary conflict at that moment for a large number of people. He didn't have him circumcised because he understood it was necessary for salvation. On the contrary, he's the one who proposed, who fought for the not imposing that obligation on the new baptized Christians, as many of the Pharisee believers in Jerusalem wanted to impose, because they had always understood that salvation was connected to circumcision. And so there we also see the need for discernment, the opportunity for discernment. Here we have flowers waiting to open in the sunlight. And the light of faith and the solidarity of love opens our eyes and hearts to understand what to do in special cases. Of course, that principle doesn't allow you to do bad things to help others. Because we can never do bad things to accomplish a good. The end does not justify the means. But here you see the intention is very important, because the morality of an act also depends from the intention. So the intention was not to have Timothy reach salvation through circumcision, but to avoid scandal for people who would struggle. It would be too much to ask them to accept Timothy among them, because their minds were so fixed and so solidly entrenched, and they needed more time to grow and stretch their hearts to understand that issues were a little bit more complex than they had imagined. And sometimes in our conversations with people of differing understandings of faith, probably one of the ingredients we need most is patience and restraint in not imposing a logic, because people's hearts need time to open. They need a warming of the heart, a gradual emergence of light before the full sunrise hits. This is the ground I'm going through here. It's just a little rough. So you understand the path we're taking. صباح الخير. كيف حالكم؟ Hello. number of families, quite a few tents over here camping out. Everybody wants sunrise. And here it comes. Do you hear something special here, people? Quack, 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 quack. The first thing I do when I see them is count if the 4 are still there, as life is so tender at this age. I probably learned that on the farm. The first thing Dad would send us out to do was to count. Quack, 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 quack. And we'd always run back with great delight when there were new lambs born. The count had grown. Maybe we can finish off this morning of understanding the other and adapting to the other's needs with the beautiful line from the psalm we have today. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. God bless you. See you later, alligators.